So if you have not seen this, this is called the feature table. It is a computer that looks like a poker table. No food, no drinks, no communication devices, no headphones, no phones, no iPads, nothing like that. If you need to use your phone, you can step away from the table and use your phone. You cannot have it at the table. You can't turn around even between hands. You need to leave the table and then come back. It is on the feature table on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. When you get your cards, put them right there on top of each other. It'll take a couple seconds to read it. If you forget to do it, Heidi's back here. She cannot see your cards, but she will see whether or not they're read, and she will tell you to go ahead and read them if there's no questions.
All right. Dealers' blinds are going to be 600, 1200, 1200. 6, 12, 12. Go ahead and shuffle up. Wait to deal.
They don't like that on TV.
Go ahead, shuffle up a
Tyler's
deal.
the survivor taking shots.
He was. He didn't. Apparently, he didn't stay real long.
Oh no! All right, we are at the second break, going into level 9, 600, 1200 with a 1200 big blind Annie. We have Heidi Rogenkamp back on the feature table. She was here yesterday after second break, going into level 9 with a short stack. Now she's coming back on flight C with a short stack. Very first hand, she has ace queen on the small blind.
I think we know where this
Everybody's going to fold. Heidi's going to rip it in and pick up the blinds. No.
works again.
3 raises, 27.
Now she rips it in.
4 calls.
That's fine.
7 folds.
That is deceptive. Stronger hand than
Yes,
than
yes,
she's
very, very disguised.
Which is why I don't think we mind.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
Mark gets all of it.
Check.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Don't know if
The
Mark's.
last hand last time when I was saying I didn't want to rip it in with ace king,
Yep.
same thing here. I except for he had a different opponent. Here I probably ripped it in with ace queen and a short stack pre-flop.
A little surprised.
Yeah, if anybody is interested in a survivor, if you want to get on a list, come see me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got one that has about 45 minutes left, and we'll run another one right after that.
Now we don't know.
Actually-
in there. Well, she probably doesn't call. Mark probably
It
sleeps.
might be the last one of the night. In fact, it will.
Still got 10 bigs.
She's fine.
We're not just trying to.
I just
And the button.
and the button. I expected her to rip it in with ace queen and 10 bigs.
Yeah.
And with the knowledge that when she does inevitably bust from this tournament, she will come to the commentary booth. We will rename it Heidi After Dark. Cocktails will be flowing, and we will be thoroughly entertained for the next 2 hours.
Oh, the people thought they got a treat last night.
Oh, we love Heidi.
Wait until we get Heidi.
Speaking of Heidi, she is the owner of Randy's Diner, sponsor of the 701 Poker Tour.
Sponsor and plays in a lot.
She plays in a lot of events.
If she's not at Randy's, she likes to be able to.
Do
9.
we don't have much of a hand going on here. We have Smallies versus Smallies. And an ace on the flop. Ooh.
9 check.
Depends on how sticky Mike and Josh are going to get.
5 deuce got himself a
1
gutter
bets
ball.
3,000.
Nathan with a lot of chips.
Nathan has a ton of chips.
Mark getting involved.
3 calls.
Deuce.
9 calls.
He calls with his gutter. Now he's got an open ender.
1 bets 3,000.
No, he doesn't.
No, still
No.
better. Actually became a worse draw, right? Because now we
3
got
folds.
the bigger side of
9
that straight.
folds.
Mark's letting it go.
Yeah.
Folds.
The small ace folds. We have a list of 701 tour Tour sponsors.
Okay.
You know all of these people?
Oh,
You want to give them a shout out quick?
Take a look. Let me take a look. What do we got here? So Randy's Diner, we kind of covered that. Heavenly Hog, that's Thane. Thane's. He does a food truck, and then he kind of does. He'll cater some too. We had a tournament, just a home tournament a couple of weeks ago, and he catered the entire meal. Fantastic, great brisket, some killer beans. Yeah, and let's see what we got. Tax lady Jennifer Speeds. Yep, she plays some of the tournaments too. She's also involved with the North Dakota Horse Park charity. Nice lady. If you ever see her, she'll give you a big hug and a hello, whether you want it or not.
Excellent.
It's just going to happen. Mindak Gold, Jack Seaman. I know the name. I believe we're friends on Facebook. That's probably where I come across the name a few times, but
Okay.
not don't know him on a personal level. And then we got the Red River Poker Championship. I was involved with that from the beginning and kind of let it go to Steve and those guys, but I had a lot of input on how we should run it, how we should set it up. Corey Essinger was a big part of that too. He's the numbers guy. If you want to know how long tournament's going to last and what the line should be, you give it to Corey and let him pound that out. And then the Knickerbocker's the popular stop for the 7.
You have to say the whole word because it's so fun to say.
Knickerbocker,
The Knickerbocker Liquor Locker.
Mike Bice is a staple. If you're in the Knicker, there's a pretty good chance that Mike's also going to be in there with you, and he'll sit there and tell you a story. Whether or not it's true is a different.
We have to find out if he's bluffing.
He'll spin you a story. And then what do we got? Some upcoming tournaments? Is that what we're looking at?
Upcoming tournaments.
Yeah, Fool's Gold tournament. That's always a good draw. That's at the Knicker. Wonder if they're doing that in the basement or if they're doing that at the shop. He bit that big shop out back.
Okay.
Wide open, kind of has a little partial bar on there. It's a nice
We got
little
some
venue.
action here. Heidi just went all in with Queen Jack suited. We've got Jerome with the Ace Queen and Josh in the big blind with the 7-7. I think she's going to get at least one of those guys
Heidi's
called.
going to be the victim of some bad timing.
Yeah, she needs exactly a jack. She's got 3 outs. I didn't notice it.
She's
If
in
any
the
of them were
hijack
live.
and you got Queen Jack. I don't
Now
mind ripping
Josh,
it in there.
with 50K, it's going to cost him 12.
Yeah.
He has to call, right? He's getting a discount.
I think you do, but he's thinking about it because like this is half my stack. And
No, he's got 50K. Josh has 50K
I'm-
with
I
11
mean
left.
Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome put in half of his stack
Okay.
with Ace Queen.
One fold.
Folds the 7s.
I'm gonna beat you just with one
So now Heidi still needs a jack, regardless if,
Yeah.
regardless.
Heidi got the wrong hand.
Yeah.
The wrong hand to fold and the wrong hand to call.
No clubs.
Yeah.
Let's
shoot.
see, can we get lucky one time?
Oh, we almost did. Oh, look at that. The 7s, the ace, the jack. Everybody hits it. Wow.
Saw the jack. I thought it was a thing.
I know, right?
Josh flops a 7.
No, don't say bad
He sticks
words.
around.
I might.
Don't
He's,
say words.
regretting.
All right, and we are going to have the Heidi after dark.
We're on the countdown. The official countdown has
My
started.
guess is she's going to go grab some shots.
They're liars. They're all liars.
Fireball, possibly.
You want to light that fuse? You know what happened last time?
We've got 1 hour and
We can do some
48
damage.
minutes left.
We can do some damage.
Okay.
Corey, we got a lot of
John
spots.
taking over the dealing duties.
Did they swap?
I'm guessing that's what happened.
It's way harder to run Action Tracker. I think he wants a break.
I think they're both more comfortable. Not,
Yeah, they're back in their positions now.
yeah.
3 raises.
We got earmarks at a handful of chips. Queen Jack
7
clubs.
fold. 9 fold.
Probably not going to face too much resistance here unless, Ace 4 decides I'm on the button and I have an ace. Maybe I need to see a flop.
Is Jerome like that?
Put in 30.
I don't think so.
Fold.
Okay.
10 fold. 1 fold.
I like Josh's sleeve.
That is a nice
He's
piece
got
of
some
artwork
investment
there,
there.
some ink.
2 fold.
Ace, the Grand Forks staple, plays in a lot of the poker tournaments.
Yes, I recognize it.
Chips.
I'm getting a tattoo next Saturday.
Yeah?
Yep.
What you getting?
It's our 25th anniversary,
Okay.
and during our wedding, you have to go through pre-marriage counseling before you get married for 10 hours, whatever. And the pastor said, Eric, you're like a sail where you're just, you're just going. And Kristen, my wife, is like, she's like the anchor that keeps me steady.
Trying to keep you from flipping the
and
boat.
balances me. And he said it's such a nice combination. So he also said we were yin and yang because we were exact opposites.
Okay.
And he mentioned, you can either compete with each other or you can complete each other.
Okay.
Now that you know that you're complete opposites, you can work together and balance each other out. So when we got married, we got matching yin yang tattoos. And after our 25th anniversary, I'm getting a sailboat.
Okay.
And the rope's going to go down the anchor, and she's going to have the anchor. So it's
Cool idea.
it's
I
a
like
neat
it.
idea. We've been working on it. We're not sure exactly what it's going to look like.
Sure what Mark thinks he's doing. Yeah, that's okay.
There'll be some artwork where if we hold hands at the right angle, it will connect. So
I like it.
Yeah, no more
that's what we're looking for. Next time I see you, I'll have to show you.
Yeah, for sure.
It won't be a full badass sleeve like
No.
Josh is rocking.
I ain't got the
But
paint tolerance for that.
yeah, no, it's just going to be one about 3-4 inches on my left forearm. Is the idea. Is it already the end of time? Oh, I started a little bit early, so we're already good. I'm going to mute the mic and check out the...
Seven folds. 9 folds. 10 folds. One calls. 2 folds. 3 calls. 4 checks.
When you're playing $1 or $2, what are you gonna do? Bet $350.
3 checks. 4 checks. One bet.
Someone order some food. What do you got here, sir?
One bet.
I did.
25.
Yeah, I
3
did.
folds. 4 folds.
Pastor, do you have any money?
I'll take it.
Sorry.
Okay, I just checked in on our stream. It looks really good. It sounds really good. We're back in action now. It's been 12 minutes. I started a little bit early. That's why I got to see it a little bit early.
So Eric, this is this final table. Is this your full-time gig?
The feature table, yeah.
I'm sorry, feature
yeah,
table.
Yeah, that's, well, it was a final table for 8-9 years.
Okay.
And then I really liked the idea of not just streaming 5 or 6 hours on the Sunday night just for the final table. I like starting on flight A, level
Tell a story.
5.
Get the story of the background.
Yeah,
you know.
I really like it. It draws interest. It lets these recreational players the only shot they're going to get for the most part on a feature table like this.
4 folds.
And give them a high quality product. I really like it. So I've been the pandemic kind of stalled everything, shutting down all the casinos. But now we're back in action. I was in Houston a couple weeks ago. I was in Chicago a couple months ago. I've got some stuff going on with Colorado, Michigan, Iowa,
Exciting.
Indiana. So we've got a lot of stuff we're working on all over the place.
7 checks.
And the yin to your yang is okay with you
She's
traveling as much
she's
as
fine
you.
with that.
Good. That's the secret to marriage. Did you know that?
7 folds.
Spend as little time in the same.
That's why that's why it works so well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I used to tour for like 25, 30 weeks a year
so
where I was gone. And I just love poker so much. This is where I want to be. And so it worked out. Then I'd come home for a couple weeks and I'd leave for a weekend. Kind of like a trucker, over the road, long haul trucker.
long
stuff
enough for her to
like
get
that.
sick of you and kick you back out the door.
Exactly. And then now she misses me and I come back. So absence makes the heart grow
Yeah,
fonder.
yeah.
it was really funny last year when the pandemic started and everything got locked down, and you know, about 3 months into it, my mom was supposed to fly to Texas to visit my grandma,
Okay.
and the flights were all canceled. She didn't want to fly, and I said, well, you know, it's a 25-hour drive. If you want to let me know, I'll take you down there for,
Yeah, you're not a
for a week, whatever you want.
you're
She
not a
goes,
stranger to that.
She goes, oh, I'm sure Kristen would love you gone for a week. She would.
Trust me.
She would love that. She would pack the bag. Go. You've been home too
I
long.
don't even care where you're going.
Yes, just go.
Just leave. Another pretty uneventful hand.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. This is what poker is,
7,
though.
6, 9, 6.
And you went directly from the poker tour life into this.
Yeah. Basically, everything was shut down, so I was doing nothing for a while,
Okay.
like everybody else, and started doing this, and then people reached out. You know, I was basically streaming my home games.
Yeah.
You know, $500 buy-in, 2.5 out of my basement just for fun. And then some people reached out and said, "Hey, can I pay you to come stream my event?" And I go, "Oh, it sounds like a lovely idea." And so it actually happened accidentally, it was just organically. Just, "Hey, you're doing this." I've had a couple of places in Vegas reach out and say, "What would it take to get you out here doing
A
this?"
little bit of a surprise. There's not more out there along those same lines.
Well, the problem is I'm a one-man crew where I can roll in here, set everything up by myself. I have everything automated. Where if you want someone else to do it, it's 6-7 guys running cameras, doing everything else.
It's a price point thing that you're competing that no one can
Yeah,
beat.
where I can do this for, you're expect to pay $50,000 to get somebody else to run something like this because of their overhead.
3, 4.
Where I can walk in and do it for $5,000, for the weekend.
It's hard to compete there. So, do you have anyone you bring with you to run the computer and stuff, or you just?
It depends on where I go. Like this weekend, talking to the 701 crew when they approached me, I said, to keep your costs down, I can teach your guys how to run it,
Yep.
and I can just set everything up and make sure it works. And you get the dealer, you get the. I'll teach one of your people to run the action tracker, and so they don't have to pay me more to bring in my guys. I do have guys I can bring with me. When I went to Houston, I brought 2 guys with me to basically help.
But you're adding cost.
Exactly, and it cost them more. It was more expensive. And then now we're adding 3 hotel rooms instead of 1 hotel room. We're adding meals for 3 guys. I got to pay 3 guys' salaries, stuff like that. So it's super cheap just to get me in here for the weekend.
Plus
Compared
we're
to
good entertainment.
we're good entertainment. Yeah.
You do a lot of commentary on the other stops.
I
You leave
really
that to the site.
I let them bring in their pros. When I was in Houston, they brought in some guys who were really good. I actually had to do commentary on a PLO tournament down there, and I don't know PLO.
I saw a few posts on Facebook and you were streaming some PLO stuff and asking some questions. I think you caught some shit or some stuff in a few spots. Like, what are you guys doing? You're like, I don't know.
I don't know. And I was up front. I wasn't trying to pretend I'm an expert. I went, you know what? I can answer Hold'em questions. They might be wrong, but I can back up my logic here. Omaha, I don't know. And I got super fortunate. One of the people in that event, he came up and asked, "Hey, are you Alex?" And I went, "No." And obviously you don't know Alex because Alex is like a 26-year-old long-haired hippie Twitch streamer. And he goes, "Oh, well, I was talking to Alex about commentating." And I said, "Oh, perfect. Okay, because we're about to start, so come in here." And I brought him in here. I threw the headphones on him, and I said, "Here we go. Let me go get kicked off. I'll be right back." And I came back in there. he was just making conversation. He didn't. He was just talking to Alex about some Twitch streaming and stuff like that. But it was super fortunate for me where I threw him behind the mic and he just sat there for the next 4 hours and commentated on the PLO stream.
Just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, he's like, I just wanted to say hi to Alex because I follow him on Twitch and.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, he's like and he had just busted like he just busted out the tournament like 12th place or something, and he turned out to be a famous PLO guy because Matt Savage and some other guys were tweeting out about it. Hey, look at this guy! Look who's in Houston.
Got lightning in a bottle.
Oh, it was so fortunate. And so he's telling me, oh, they got a double suited rundown with a dangler, and I'm like, wait, I don't know what any of those words mean. And he goes, oh, okay. I'm like, talk to me like I'm 5.
You got wraps, you got super wraps.
Yeah, so I don't know what he's talking about. And a dangler's like, well, you got the King Jack 10 and then a 4, and the 4 is just a dangler. It doesn't make any sense.
The 4 doesn't
So
work.
that's
I mean,
a
it kind of
dangler.
works with the ace, but it's
Yeah, and so it was really fun. I learned a lot. And I was just up front and said, I don't know anything about this. We don't have PLO in Minnesota. We have a $100 max bet game, so I never get a chance to play. I actually got to play PLO in Houston because they play a round of Hold'em and then one hand of Omaha. And then a round of Hold'em and then one hand of Omaha, just to introduce.
They play in the Omaha as no limit or pot limit?
It's pot limit. It's PLO. So they do a round of Hold'em. And for people like me who are interested, but I don't want to go sit down in a Omaha game. But I'll sit down in a Hold'em game with a bunch of Hold'em players, and 1 out of every 8 hands, let's throw some PLO in there. Just one time, just to see how it feels.
You can fold the most of, of that
and
lap and you still know what a good hand is. You might not know.
I didn't know, and I didn't know what a bad hand was. I just
You always have outs. That's the key. You got 4 cards.
4 folds.
If you haven't seen a flop, you don't even know what you have.
No, you gotta call flop.
9 calls. 10 folds.
Has it been long enough that we should become concerned about Heidi?
No, Shelly at the Bigfoot Barbecue Bar might be. She's doing a phenomenal job this weekend. She's very great. I had some drinks earlier, and for breakfast, I asked for some from Bailey's for my coffee. She came with a full cup of Bailey's. I'm like, all right. And she goes, and Nathan just flops a flush.
It's easy.
I would have predicted the 6-7 suited winning this hand.
No, Ace has the king.
Ace is in trouble with the king. Is he going to get sticky with the king?
I think he is.
All right. He's trying to running full house.
Ace will call a lot of hands unless you put a lot of pressure on. Then he'll fold some big hands. But.
So Nathan has to just reel him in. He's got him now, and just call.
Market's out of the way. Yeah.
36.
You made it 36. I don't like it.
We don't need to spook him.
I mean, Ace has got the king with the queen.
See?
Yeah, you lost it. You
That's
lost it.
I said Ace will call, but you put too much pressure on, he's going to let it go.
Nathan showed him the flush. He's going to be a gentleman about it. I like call, raise. If Ace checks the turn, then throw out a bet small enough that Ace can call, because he was drawing to running, pairing the board twice type of cards. So he lost some value there.
Greg Testerman. It's another individual I'm not familiar with.
He's wearing the Vikings gear. I suppose everybody on this, and Ace with the ace.
That seems unfair. Ace.
I'm gonna snap a picture of that. Ace with an ace.
1 fold.
On the button. That seems unfair. Call. Make it what? 5K?
Yeah.
2 raises, 3,500.
Well, I guess I have to.
3,500. Just.
Okay. A little light. I'd like to thin the field a little bit more
because 8-9 calls 3,500.
Well, 8-9, then King 10. Now you're.
Now everybody's got to call. 4-5's calling now.
1,000.
Oh, 7 raises! Oh, Ace, you're a genius.
No. Suckered him in.
He
with the
looks.
small-
Look at his.
He said, "You crazy?
He's like, really?
raising
You
me?
raise me? You're gonna call and then 3-bet?
Well, I guess I'm gonna put these chips
Well, all right.
in.
Do we 4-bet 7K? He's only got now. If the chip stacks are correct, Greg's got 3,500 behind.
7,000 total.
Now, that might be a decimal point off. He might have 34,000 behind.
He's got
Well, this
some-
is a 4
Oh,
seed.
the wrong seed. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see.
Let's see what the
See
7
the
does.
camera.
Yeah, he doesn't have any chips left.
7 checks.
Yeah, and ace just moves with the aces there.
All in.
9,000 to C2.
You can do what you want.
All
with
in
that.
from 7.
Yep. Yep.
Open up.
Yeah, you're drawing to 8%. He's got running straight cards. He's got running 2 pair cards. He's got running trip cards, and now he's dead. So,
So does ace have a set then? I mean,
ace with aces is a set, I
It's a
think.
set. Drawn to quads. Are you kidding? Yeah, I was gonna say you better not send that out too fast.
Yeah.
The hand's still live. And we're good. Ace chips up. Ace moving into the second and chips the table. 55 big, 65.3K. And Mark is going to be a small set. We have a lot of empty seats. It looks like. I bet you we'll get some new players here pretty quick.
Yeah.
And that's the Survivor tournament. Apparently someone was unappreciative of what happened.
I'm gonna send out a search party for Heidi. Be right back.
Yeah, I think it's time.
I think it's time.
She had a plan before.
We need Heidi after dark. Heidi's a key factor.
Yeah, it's a missing component.
10! Oh my God! Yeah! Oh! That case 10.
Go ahead. We offered him $100 to leave. He took it. 2 people on the table would make $15 apiece. 2 days would he was going all in on every hand. He was chip monster. Railroad. Oh, he was drunk and was loud and obnoxious. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He showed me it. He goes, well, I guess
It was terrible. Finally, I hit him, and then I took him out the next hand. He was all in.
yeah, oh, we got a bad beat story here. Yeah.
We were both we're still live betting. Just a minute, I'm gonna
With a 10
the other guy hit the street. The river card gave me the flush. Yeah. Yeah, so that made me check the river right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's no 10s left.
That guy had a royal flush, and the guy gave me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Normally you don't get a royal flush except in
Jay, what seat?
straight flush. You kind of get
And it's Johnson, correct?
Correct.
2 cards. But never.
Can we get your chip count here? Nikki Smith in 8.
I never win anything.
29,100.
N-I-K-K-I?
Yep.
29.
1.
You know, I got it. That is. Probably
51.8 for Jay Johnson in 5.
Oh my lord.
No, I mean, that was all. I had to read
chippies.
Booyah! $1, 2%. Love it, love it.
$86.1 for Joel. Around there. If you round it.
Roughly, it's like probably 175.
Alright, $2.
You get to
86.
pay another one. Yeah, aren't you lucky?
You just sit backwards and lean back.
Seven fold, 8 fold, 9 fold. All right. 10 bets, 35.
Well, I am back. Looks like we added some players to the feature table, so we got fired back up here. Eric is still on his mission to find the
One bet, 8,000.
Meanwhile, it's
Two
Josh
fold.
hanging with pocket
3
jacks.
fold, 4 fold.
So raise
Five
3.5.
Main tournament 8-16-16. 8-16-16.
Back around the Jerome with ace 9.
10 fold.
And then I'm going to have you deal with that too.
Lays it down, so you wanted to show those jacks, but
8-16.
Well, I shouldn't have played.
Okay, I did find Heidi.
alive.
Never
Well,
guess where she was.
pull taps.
She was at the pull tab machine getting shots.
Shots.
We got Nikki back
Yeah, we
and Joel back.
right before you left, a bunch of people disappeared, and then we started pulling some players. So
All
we
right,
got
all
some
right.
old friends back.
Raise it.
So Joel got his seat back.
Yep,
One
82K.
fold.
What did he have when he left us?
fold.
Is that
3 fold.
not that much?
4 fold.
He must have chipped up some because I think our chip leader was at 100, and there was a pretty good gap between
Yeah,
him
there
and
was a gap.
second. So yeah,
7 fold.
Joel's made up some ground.
Did he
since
just
we-
fold King 10? Okay, against Nikki. All right, so collusion.
Floor.
How do they sit right next to each other again?
Both times.
And they give Nikki position every time.
Yep. Just checking on each other.
Not only did
So we've
you
got a
flip
full
back
table.
to this table, but like here's the-
Mark with a starting stack of 25K, which is 15 big blinds now.
One word for it.
Yep. Still not in emergency mode, but I can see it from where we're at.
Yep.
I didn't catch. What is Nikki? Nikki left us. And
30.
She came back at 30. Okay. So she's looking at that.
Ace
Well,
King in the big blind. Anybody? Mark with the Ace 10 we were just talking about. He's
Yeah. I got a bad feeling about it.
now here's the deal. Here's the deal.
2 fold.
Hijack, Ace 10. You just snap folds? That can't be right. No.
He is thinking about
All right. So he picked up some chips
3 raises,
from
33. 4 fold.
Heidi when he flopped the straight draw. He's going to put 20% of the stack in. Does Nikki rip it in or just call? I mean, there's so many ways to play this. It's a raise, and it's enough to put him enough where he's committed.
Yeah.
She nods. I don't know what he asked, but she nodded. He's like, "Oh, did you raise?" Yeah, I raised 17,300. I raised.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, she could have just jammed. It's the same.
Yeah,
Right?
it's the same thing. He's like, "Never mind. Never mind."
Yeah, he can get away from it.
Ace 10 suited.
He can get away from it. He's played some hands with Nikki. He knows that.
Yep.
There's not a lot of combos in her range that he's beating.
Right.
You know, his best case is maybe she has 9s.
That's best case. I don't think she does it with 9s.
That's just it.
You know, she's
That's his only chance.
best case. He's got 3 outs. He needs exactly an ace, or he needs exactly a 10.
Small blind. I need a couple more.
So you don't love folding there because you're working off the starting stack
Yeah,
and you put a raise in,
he
but
puts in 20% of his stack and then just has to fold. But that's exactly what I expected to happen. That's just what happens when that happens.
Yeah, 16 total.
It is what it is. I
Nicky
see.
goes from ace king
And
to
then
6. Oh,
Josh gets the aces. He has nobody. 6s. Nikki with the
Yeah,
6s. And she has less than a 1% chance of winning because Ace is going to fold a 6 and Mark is going to fold a 6.
yeah. So we need to make a straight or a flush.
Two
We
folds,
can't
three
do
folds,
either of
four
those.
folds.
We can't do the flushes.
No, he can't do it. I don't know how she has 1% chance of winning because
Straights, right?
straights. It's got to
You
be the
gotta make a
straight.
four-card
Yeah, it can't be a
straight.
flush, so it's got to be a 4-card straight.
And
And that's hard because the
5,
4,
4,
5s,
7,
and 7s are all gone.
well,
Oh, she
good
just
news.
folds the 6s.
Good news.
Good job, genius, because you had no shot.
Problem is, I call there with 6s for 3.2.
I do. Let's flop a set like our boy Josh flopped the 7s,
Yep.
and Josh flops the top set. Nathan's got a gutter ball, needs a tray.
Yeah,
Flops
this
top
is
set,
Not
checks.
a lot left for anyone else.
7
The
fold.
5-7 is done with the hand. We need a 3 on the turn. 3 of
Grabbing his chips.
hearts.
Nathan has an idea.
9 calls.
This is that I have 100K.
All right, there's a club. Gives Nathan the flush draw, the straight draw. He's got 7 live outs. He doesn't know a couple of clubs have been folded.
This one hit the king of clubs.
One
No,
bet's 15.
but that's a big bet. 75% of the
If
pot.
you're gonna put chips in on that flop and you actually turn a draw.
Yeah.
I like the fold on the flop, but if you're gonna call the flop bet, you've now made yourself.
What was
a
it?
bit of a bet.
5K. It was. He called 3 pre-flop, and then
9
That
calls.
was
he called.
an aggressive motion. I thought it might be even more.
Yeah. Oh, it's king of clubs. He hit the flush, and it's no good.
I didn't call that, did I? I
Oh
said the
man,
king of clubs
he
would be
doesn't want to
bad.
have king of clubs.
I even said the king would be
Yes,
bad news
the
for
king
him.
of clubs.
10.
So
bet.
Nathan has 81K.
One bet,
Josh
3
is
calls.
Oh, he just snap calls 10K.
almost
One
at
bet's
10.
19.
I don't know.
9 calls.
19.
19 makes a little more sense.
Okay.
Josh is gonna go plus 47.8K on that. Hand.
Nice hand. Nice hand.
I mentioned
Blame
that
Kramer
Hunter-
on that.
I was
King of clubs would be an ugly
That
card.
would be terrible for. That's that 100K stack I talked about. It's gonna go. It's gonna go up or down. It's kind of a treacherous spot.
Yep. Josh is up to 116 now, up at the top of the leaderboard with 72 big blinds.
And I guess that's kind of why I like the fold there on the flop, because then you don't get yourself in that spot. What are you drawn to when you're calling on that flop?
Couple of things.
Backdoor flush draw.
So, let's say it goes check on the turn. You could represent the ace on the river. I mean, I guess that's the best thing he can do if he's just going to
Yeah.
float to try to take it away later. But then he hits the flush draw and like, plans have changed because now I have some
Yeah.
equity here. And then he hits the flush and goes, all right, well, 19K, I guess I'll just call because the board's paired and I don't love it.
And to his credit, he makes his hand, but he doesn't lose his mind.
Yep.
And he just pays him off.
I like that saying. He makes his hand and doesn't lose his mind.
Yeah, he doesn't. You know, no need to go crazy here. What's Joe working with? Ace 7.
Raise. 7
I just
raises.
assume Nicky's behind him with the bigger hand. No, not this time.
41. 8 fold.
Jay's back with us too. What do we see here with Jay? 46K,
call.
48.
What's
10
like
fold.
16, he made 41. Okay, that's not terribly out of line.
No,
The
16.
41 sounded so big, but no,
It's less than 3x, right?
Nine,
It's
call,
an ace
check.
and the 7. So nice to just flop 2 pair after you raise. And you get the 5-6 in there like I would have called.
We hope Nathan can shake off the last hand and just throw some away and move along. But his hands are.
He calls. He calls.
Okay, now we're out of line.
Yeah. Well, and then he gets he turns an open ender.
9, check.
See, now we're out of line.
So he half of his outs are dead. The 3s and 8s are dead. So he's got 2 3s and 2 8s left.
I mean, I feel like you tried to explain the last hand to me, and I might have bought it a little bit, but
Yeah.
now we're off the rails.
Well, he doesn't like folding. That's what I.
Yeah,
400.
Joel makes a big bet.
He's gonna call 7,000. 10-4. Oh, he does get away from it.
Now
If it's a 4 of clubs, so he's got the flush draw and the straight draw. You know, he just had some backdoor outs. He doesn't like folding on the flop. He doesn't want to believe.
What was the turn bet?
10.
10 and 2.
4. It was. I don't remember now.
What did he call? How much did he call on the flop? 5.
Well, he went 4 pre. So that's 1,500 in the pot pre-flop.
Flop that's probably 6, 7.
Yeah,
5, 6,
something
7.
like that. I think it was like 7 and then 10.
I think you have to call the turn, don't you? If you're gonna.
I do now that I hit my open ender. What else do you want? What were you calling for? That you're gonna fold now that you hit
Yeah,
your
I
open
don't-
ender.
you can't
know,
have
you
many
called
other
with
goals.
backdoor draws and then you hit your backdoor draw.
And then fold.
You have to call.
And it wasn't a big bet.
It
was appropriately sized.
It wasn't yeah. I mean okay.
Yeah, he kind of lost me there on the
Seven
fold
fold.
on the turn.
8 fold. 9 fold.
Once you make that call on the,
Yeah.
on the flop, I think.
Why did you call the flop if not to keep going when you get the draw?
10 bets, 35.
Because you went from nothing to something.
1 fold.
So now we're at that spot where that's that 100K stack that you get your foot on the gas pedal a little too long, a little too much, and now you're 53. And now you just need to shake it off and reset and start playing your game again, right? We've all done it. Caught speeding a few times.
Yep.
Around 16 for big blind. 16.
Did you hear the eruption in the Survivor game?
Yes.
I believe Mr. Tom hit a one-outer.
He hit the 1-outer for a 10. He called for a 10 and got it on the river.
5 fold.
And someone had folded a 10. He had pocket 10s. So he hits the case 10.
9 calls.
Dumb game. Just a dumb game some days.
10 calls.
All right, so Josh will try to get the ship righted here with 10s. Well, not Josh. I was thinking Josh has been doing fine. He's chipped
One
up
bet.
12, so he's going to try to pick up some more chips.
78.
Ace is folding
2 folds.
9-5. And Nathan, our VPIP's going through the roof here, buddy. We just need to.
Yeah, you need to relax. I mean, you
Take a
could
breath.
find a fold with the 5 tray.
Yeah, take a breath. Take a breath. This is the third pot you got
9
in.
calls, 10 folds.
You just need to relax and.
What does he know that we don't know?
He's
I mean,
little on tilt there. He just needs to
Heidi
recalibrate.
after dark.
The mission.
Now here is a spot where he's planning on representing the ace if he calls, but no, he just folds.
See, now
Yeah.
we're calling chips pre-flop,
Yeah.
and we don't have a plan.
Yeah, there's no plan there. What do you?
No.
You have to have a plan?
You have to have. It helps. It helps.
Even a bad plan.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
Welcome to the commentator's booth.
Yep.
Renamed Heidi After Dark
Oh.
because it is quarter after 11 p.m. Central
And the sun
Standard
is
Time.
no longer out.
The sun is
And
not out.
my notes say that it's Randy's Diner Me.
Yeah, that's me.
That's the sponsor.
Me.
Yes, in Fargo. Get
I'm
out to
waiting for the
Randy's.
Survivor game to start, and everybody's being dumb, so here I am. Because everybody's wandering.
Okay.
So, you know, I'd much rather come and hang out with you guys for a minute or so.
Why wouldn't you?
Libations.
Oh, I thought that's what
We are gonna see if Nathan can get
Four
tree
fold, five
back
fold,
on
seven
track.
fold,
So we had a couple
8 fold, 9 fold, 10 fold,
He's played bad.
1 fold.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
He's got a plan that we're not privy to.
Could be.
He's
Unorthodox.
still developing his game.
Okay. He's making calls on the flop with nothing.
And then picking up outs.
He unfortunately he lost a bunch of chips to
Joel and
Josh.
Nikki are both here?
Again.
Again, they've been at the table twice now.
Okay.
What's Mark got here? Jack 10 and okay. So he's just trying to let Ace fold.
When he does. See if I'm in there, Ace doesn't ever.
Because
He's got it then.
Oh, always.
And I'm not trying to criticize Nathan's play. He ran into a cooler where he called on the flop with nothing, turned a flush draw, rivered the flush, but that paired the board and gave Josh a boat.
Right.
with flop top set with aces.
Yeah, he flopped aces, and then
The king. Someone might have mentioned that the king of clubs would be
he
a
says the
terribly
king of
dirty
clubs
card.
would be an ugly card,
And
and
then
king of
just-
clubs, and he loses another 20K
John
river bet.
promptly puts it out there.
So another time he calls with nothing, turns a straight draw, and then just folds.
There's no bet on turn.
See, so, like I said, he's developing his game. One thing, he and I, we talk quite a bit because he
Is
hasn't.
he a Fargo guy?
Yep.
Okay.
He hasn't been playing long, but he loves to rehash hands and talk about hands
Right.
because he's very receptive to feedback. Not that I'm anyone who should be giving him any sort of advice because obviously he's there and now I'm in here.
That's untrue.
However, but no, he's very, he loves the game. He loves to learn. He loves to run stuff different. And so he's still definitely early in his poker career.
And the great thing about poker is you can play a hand differently than I'll play a hand, and you can. There's so many variables depending on the
Right.
opponent you're with, and the
Exactly.
stack sizes, and
But even this, he may
Speaking of
be a little
Nathan.
nervous because this is his first live at anything.
Speaking of that, he picked up
flops top pair.
flops top.
Hey, here he
He's got the
comes.
best of it.
He's got the best of it right now,
Yeah.
and probably not going to face a lot of
Ace
resistance.
only needs a queen, so he probably.
no, Ace is done.
Whoa!
Jacob,
Ace is done.
There he
Jacob also
goes.
has a gut shot, and he's folding.
Gutter, there you go, buddy.
all right.
Sometimes that's all it takes. I just want to pick up one pot.
Just give me something.
Just give me something. Let me stack 4 chips.
Yeah.
I'll take a breath.
Let me win one.
Let me recalibrate.
So yeah, he,
You know.
basically he got in three hands in a row. He called pre-flop with hands that were like it was raised too much, like small, like suited connectors that we love to play, but the raise was too big, and
Right.
he was totally dominated, and he just held on a little too long.
And I truly don't think that's his base game. I think that hand where he made that flush,
Right.
that also made the full house. We've all done it when we're early in our career. We get a little tilty.
Mark probably should. He's still at what, 13 bigs, Mark, right now?
23.6, a little less than that, right? We're at 612.
Okay, well,
So Ace is gonna put out some chips.
so Mark should shove, hopefully.
Yeah, 20K.
Yeah.
Well, he only called. I thought Ace was raising. He was double fisting chips. I thought he was
It's
raising.
like a raise more than that.
There he goes. Yep. Quick pull. There you go, Mark. Woo woo!
Mark's nearly drawn dead. I mean, ace 3 and ace 9 are already out there. He's in bad
So
shape.
screwed. Hey.
Picks up a pot, picks up 7K. All right. So hashing on Nathan again. He did run into that cooler with the flush against the full house.
Yep.
And then the next couple of hands, he just
kinda
kind of
spun
like
out.
were
Yep.
spinning his wheels.
Like trying to force it to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
He was forcing it instead of letting it happen.
And I think we've all done that.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You think?
Oh my
Today.
god. I am so pissed that I lost this that I am going to
Yes.
absolutely.
I know somebody I was watching earlier lost
could
with their
turn
ace
some
queen and then
outs.
shoves with queen jack a few hands later.
Hey,
Um,
you wanna. Never
Oh.
mind, I'm not gonna say anything.
Too soon?
No, it's fine. It is what it is.
Shot.
Guess what? I probably wouldn't have won it anyway.
I don't know.
We don't know. No cards came out.
No one knows. No one knows.
It's okay.
The which one? The ace queen.
Mark picking up ace king again, or are we doing a replay on this?
He
hand?
said it was Jack 7. You told me it was Jack 4. Regardless.
Whatever. It was diamonds.
Oh, so it's suited.
Jack 7 suited. He flopped a flush draw.
Back to back hands.
Oh, yeah. Well, he told me when
Yep.
we play quite a bit together, but I said if I shove pre-flop, you call? He goes, absolutely. And now I asked him again on my way back in, I said, do you really call me pre-flop?
Yeah.
He goes,
I'm out.
He goes, when I opened, then I almost have to because my shove was still only like $7,000 or
Yeah.
$8,000 above his bet, and so he probably,
I think it was only $8,000. That's why I want you to shove your ace queen
Right.
against him.
I know.
You know, if it's Nikki raising, we find a fold
Yeah.
flop. But against Mark, we find a shove.
But our whole last table, he played
Did he just?
almost no hands. He's been folding for over an hour, only coming in with premium hands. So I'm like, well,
Maybe he's premium.
I mean, he's not doing that with ace jack or worse.
Right.
So he either has a better ace than me, or the best I'm asking for is a raise. Obviously, no, he was just making a move with the button.
Right,
but
right.
my philosophy
But we don't
on it
know
was,
that.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I'm thinking of how
Yep.
he's been playing
Yep.
for the last 2 hours, I'm like, well, I don't think he's doing this with a worse hand than I have. But given my stack size, it probably was my best,
41.
Ace
But whatever.
Ace laid down pocket threes to Mark there. Ace made a call. Mark makes a big raise. I might have jammed it in with ace king. Picked up ace king back to back hands and ace without much
Just let's go.
consideration. Yeah. Don't hate it.
Yeah. No, I mean, what do you want to do with threes?
He just I think Mark just chipped up a
ace,
little bit.
ace had threes over there, he flops a full house.
All right.
Then the next hand he folds twos and flops a full house.
Clean living.
Well,
He's
alrighty
doing
then.
something right.
Well, now I don't like the threes folding then, because if he's just gonna flop
If
a
he's
full
flopping
house,
full houses,
Every time.
why is he folding?
He had pocket aces, flops a full house.
Yeah.
He's been on fire all night long.
ace, ace, ace.
10 full.
Oh, I snapped a picture of Ace with his aces.
There it is. Speaking of ace, he's got ace jack here, and
He's gonna run up against
Jay
queens.
finds queens, and then we have king
Mark's
queen
got
suited.
king queen.
Which
So we're gonna get a raise.
Ace
and
might,
a call.
Me some suited
ace might save Mark in
Oh,
this
look
spot,
at
right?
though, there's two other kings out and
See,
down.
if this checks to
flatting.
Mark, then he gets involved.
Mark's raising.
Yep.
5,000.
Yep. Thought maybe ace.
4.7.
Oh, there's two queens.
Jay's
gone,
3-betting.
Two kings gone.
Yeah, Jay's gonna let him know about it. Jay's playing
10. He's got 44. Mark's got 28. I want to
28
see
put
12.
Yeah, Mark can get away.
There's 10 in the pot.
5 raises.
He didn't just.
11,600.
No, he's got.
Okay, I saw a hand.
7 fold, 8 fold, 9 fold.
He made 11.6. I said 12. So I'm like just spot on with these raises.
2
Ace is
fold.
folding that
Wow,
without a lot of consideration.
that's big.
With a
for
raise
him.
and a re-raise, I mean that's the right play. But I don't know ace.
He can be a bit sticky.
Yeah. I'm not saying I would fold, especially to these two guys raising. and
I've seen
re-raising.
him follow through. Hi, are we ready?
All right, Heidi After Dark is becoming.
Canceled.
It's still after
Oh
dark.
no, I'll be
Oh.
back. It's a cash game.
It's a cash game. It's not a. Those are
BRB,
illegal.
miss
It's
me
not
lots.
a cash. Uh-oh.
Inappropriate.
A call.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the king queen suit against the queen offsuit.
Not a lot of flops, Mark's in there. Be in good shape here.
Luckily, ace folded because he would have had top pair, top kicker, and probably lost some
Not
troops.
ace. Yeah, ace. Yeah, you're right. Ace jack. Yeah, ace jack spades. Yeah.
5 bets. 16.
He just
3
Did
fold.
that really go check? No, it actually went check, bet, fold.
yeah, you can't call a bet from Jay there. I think he's just too solid. He's gonna do wrong more times than you're right if you think he doesn't have something here.
Right.
And at the very least, ace king, ace queen, which are just wrecking your situation.
Yeah.
That's a knock. Mark back down to the 13 big blind range of kind of where he started.
Ace is probably kicking himself for folding the ace jack, but he's so fortunate that he did.
Yep. So he loses some chips. Yeah, 9-8 king
See
3.
one fold.
Not a whole lot.
Under the gun +2. You open this up with ace 9 of clubs.
No, not with no chips. Not with no chips. That is not a double negative. I thought that was a double negative. No, not with no chips.
Fold, 7 fold, 8 fold.
Mark found a raise.
I don't. He put a third of his stack in.
9 fold,
Or
A fourth.
a fourth of his stack in.
10 fold.
It's going to work because nobody has anything.
It's not gonna work.
2 players.
Oh, Nathan called him?
I mean, it might still work.
Oh.
Not in great shape right now.
No, he's loving it right now. He's got ace 9, he's 9-8. And then he flops an ace.
I thought Nathan had reeled it in a little bit. He pulled it a couple hands there, but I don't like
800.
you're in the small blind. You were getting a discount.
Yeah.
No thanks.
You can't defend all
Still
the
a
time.
no thanks, right?
Even if, yeah.
You know, I like the 9-8 combo, but I'd rather have it suited.
And not from under the gun raise.
And maybe a call or two in front of me, so I'm getting some odds.
Let's get some pot
if I
odds.
get something, I hit something in that fall.
I don't want to go heads up. I don't have the odds to go heads up with somebody with 8-9 off.
Well, and not only are you calling that raise, you can see the stack, so you're effectively playing for the rest of it.
I've got
you know,
the rest of it.
he's probably getting it
He
in.
put in a fourth of his stack. If he, I need to exactly hit a fabulous flop because I can't bluff him off of this now.
Okay.
Ace, king, jack, and diamond.
They're just teasing ace with
What
good
are all
hands.
these diamonds doing? Diamonds.
My prediction, it will be a black flop.
Anyone's playing red-black, here's a tip. Not a red card's out. Mark with ace 4. Ace is going to find a call.
I predict a call from ace.
Ace.
3 fold. 4 fold.
Did you say Jerome? Oh, Jerome's
fold.
small blind.
7 fold. 8 fold.
Got Jacob calling with the 6-7
9
suited,
raise,
which I love.
500. 10 fold.
Nathan makes it
1 fold.
5,500, which is going to clear the field.
He's nothing if not active.
He's got, what's his aggression frequency? 33%? What's his VPIP? 53%? He is leading the table in VPIP.
Yeah.
And he's right behind Mark in aggression frequency.
Yeah, if I'm going to be off the charts on one of the two, I'd rather be off on aggression.
Yes.
At least I'm on the right side of it at that point.
And Ace called and Mark called.
But you said you were going to clear the field.
I thought so too.
Not only is he struggling to get some traction, now everyone's just calling.
Yeah.
But
And
More checks.
somehow we still have the best of it after a queen 9-8 flop.
My
Well,
best
there you go.
8,000.
I don't mind the aggression here. You're on the button.
Jacob's open-ended. I think he calls 8K.
8K off is 34.
Ace is gut shot. I think he finds a fold. Maybe not. He's looking at those chips. He does find a call.
Surprising. Given some of the other hands he did fold.
Yeah, he's folding ace jack, but he's calling with king jack, flopping a gut shot, and sticking with it. How much of this is
The jack away.
him knowing he doesn't want a jack, he wants a 10. Jack gives Nathan a straight. Now Nathan's open-ended with a lot of power. He's going to call for sure.
Yeah, he's ever thinking about folding. He can't now, especially after ace comes.
5 ball. Nailed it like a professional.
Nathan can't catch a break.
No, he can't.
More
And
checks.
check. Let Nathan out checks behind. Deuce is nothing. That means Jacob's got the nuts, and he's 10 jack is the nuts. But he's got second nuts, which is good enough to take this hand down. 15,000. 15,000. It's gonna work because nobody has anything.
For Nathan, do you size up your flop bet there? Is that too small, or is it just
I thought it
just
was
a project of getting called? Just
Yeah,
sometimes you get hooked
I
up.
like that. I like that bet. And he just got called, and as soon as Ace called, that brought Jacob in.
And Jacob might get there anyway. He might come along even if case gets out. Open-ended for.
No, I'm pre-flop.
Oh,
The
yeah,
flop
yeah,
bet.
yeah,
The
yeah,
flop
yeah.
bet.
The flop bet. The flop bet.
I thought you meant pre-flop. Pre-flop, I thought it was a good bet, and I thought they got a little sticky. The flop bet, check. Yeah, bet more.
I still don't think you get rid of him, but just in general,
in general.
I like a little bit sized up, just a little bit. He's in the range. It wasn't a mistake by any means.
No.
One black on each of them.
But he can't catch a break.
Yeah, it's.
We saw someone with a 100K stack run it up to 200K, and the other side of that story is sometimes you have a 100K stack and she runs the other way.
42. 9, 8, 9.
Here's your hand. Joel picking up the Jack 9 suited. Eric's favorite and makes a raise with it.
Like it.
Gun +3 gets by ace, picks up the pot. So what do we got here? We got Mark in the big blind, paying the big blind and ante of 1,600. That's going to leave him with not a ton of chips. We have that 29. Interesting. Mark with a 30% pre-flop raise percentage off of a small stack.
Yes. He's.
It's tough to accomplish and still be in the tournament.
It really is. I mean, most people are in lockdown poker.
Yep. And he's had some hands, but he picked up ace king twice back to back, so that's going to influence the numbers a little bit. Speaking of ace king, Joel just found it.
7 raises, 42.
That's a hefty bet.
8, 9, 10 fold. 1 fold.
That's not too bad. 36, yeah.
It looked big.
So many oranges, yeah. Look at ace.
2 calls.
You got the queen 10 of hearts.
3 fold.
And Mark has to fold the big blind off the short stack. That's painful.
All right, main tournament blinds are up. 1,000, 2,000, 2,000 big blind ante. 1,000, 2,000, 2,000 big blind ante.
2 checks.
Yeah, Phil makes the right play.
6,100 from 2-7.
Gotta apply the pressure there and see about that.
2 folds.
It says good hand, take it down. Jacob 9-7. Nothing to speak of. Mark picking up ace 10 off a short stack in the small blind. And Josh with pocket 5s. And Mark's not going to like where this goes because Joel picks up ace king.
7 raises, 42.
Depending on what your thoughts are on Joel, depends on what you do with that ace 10 once he gets back around the small.
I fold to Joel.
You do a lot of players I wouldn't, but Joel's probably one.
2 fold.
And he's what? He's under the gun. Yeah, he's +1, so he's in early position. Joel's
3
not
call.
I don't have enough Mark. If I'm Mark, I don't have enough chips to call right now. Small blind, you're getting a small discount. You've got the ace 10 suited, which you hate to fold, but you know you've got 3 outs against Joel's range.
And just a complete whiff.
You hope it goes check, and maybe you get a
3 goes all in.
a 10.
It's a mistake.
Oh.
I think that's a mistake. Joel checking this flop was a mistake.
Joel didn't check the flop.
He didn't check.
Mark just open rip from small
Blind.
blind.
Small blind is ripped in.
So he had a
Strong play.
pre-flop.
I mean,
it is,
tough
and
to call.
against Joel, it should work. Not it should work, but I think it will work against Joel, and I think Mark knows that. So his plan was flat, shove. Call this a stopping.
A lot of flops were showing.
Yep. So if this flop comes out blank, I'm gonna shove, and make Joel fold because I've got 22K.
And if you look at it, he does have just enough chips. I mean, Joel's got 93K, but he's not trying to bleed off 22,000
Exactly.
towards the end of the
With
night.
overs. Yeah, and he's thinking, and I don't think he can find it.
And Joel has tens, jacks, queens, aces, and kings here sometimes, and it just is what it is. You had a game plan, and
he's stuck with the game.
You executed
I think
it.
it's going to work for Mark. If not, he can jump in the Survivor.
there you go.
But Mark needed to make a move. I mean, the average stack has got to be like close to 40, and he's got 20. So he wants to make a move, and he picked the right opponent to make a move against it, and it worked.
He lays it down.
Yes, well played, Mark.
And I don't criticize the fold there.
No, not at all.
To be honest, I didn't realize I had that much when I showed.
You know, he could have.
Some people,
So, does that mean you're
I
doing good?
No.
some people put him in position because they're the first
He is
one.
the first to act. Yeah.
I think that's exactly it.
I think Mark just said mistakes were made, and Joel said, "Does that mean you were drawing dead?" Because the mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Yeah, I believe that.
Mistakes were made on that hand.
Hey, sometimes
He said I had a runner, 2-pair draw. And now Joel's shaking his hand going, son of a... I had no pair.
9 calls.
All right, Nathan. Let's do a little status check. You got ace 5, calls 2. Okay, we've done worse things. You are looking for a very specific flop with that, though. And there's your hand again.
Yeah, Jack 9 suited.
3 calls.
Let's go, Jacob. Small blind.
Just calls.
4
A lot
calls.
of chips over that one.
It worked. It worked.
5 check.
Not a huge fan of betting. Two long terms of shuffling chips and already across them.
Yeah, no, I tell people that is a decoration on the table.
Yeah, I prefer that. But for whatever reason, someone has decided that is a thing.
That's a thing. Yeah, it's not a thing.
It's fine. That's fine.
As long as you know that's a thing.
It is what it is.
Who bet? Jacob with the open ender?
Jerome.
No, Jerome with the bottom pair and the flush draw. Got it.
5 folds, 7 folds.
Nathan's found an open ender.
It's only 4,000 with 18
folds.
Not
but there's 3
two-
diamonds out there. You
yeah,
could be drawing dead.
Two of your outs could be.
You don't want the open ender diamond to hit. If he flopped a small flush or whatever, you could just be drawing stone dead anyway.
It's a good fold. So
I just realized you got Josh, Joel, Jacob, Jay, and Jerome.
yeah, there's some stacks there.
A lot of J names.
Look at all the J's out there. We're going to see some turnover on this table in the last couple hours. There's some 20-30 stacks that are going to
Yep, they got to spit it up or just get out of
open up a seat for someone else.
8 fold, 9
it.
folds. 10
It's
folds.
not a like some places where you are in the money when you go to day 2. But here, you still have a couple hours to play before you.
2 call. 4 fold.
Let's see. Mark call you cut off Jack 10. Jerome with 2
5 calls. 7 checks.
Pulls 3 and Joel gets rid of the 10-3,
It's a gutter ball, but Jack Mark has the same gutter ball with a pair.
not going to give away any free cards off of that chip stack. It's getting bet.
3 bets 45. 5 fold. 7 fold. 10 fold.
No room to be fancy.
8K, snap holds are over.
It's a big pot for him. It's 6, 7K.
He's up to 40K now. That Survivor's excited.
Yeah, they're talking about getting spun up. What's happening? Like a top.
Oh, you've only got one more bullet, so then it might calm down. Then it might. It's gonna calm down. No, I like it. Just give him the chance. No, we want more on the table. Oh yeah.
9 fold. 10 fold.
Joel, king, queen, that's about the only thing to speak of. Well, there's his wife, of course, right behind him with ace-7 suited, so we'll see if those two can get involved here. Blind versus blind. Joel does make the raise. Look at this, Nikki defends.
8 calls.
I love it. I love this. Let's see what happens. Husband versus wife.
Joel makes a legit raise.
A
and she makes
legit raise. Ooh, and she flops a gut shot. He flops top pair.
Sorry, honey.
No, he's
Just free pass.
just snap. She's like, never mind. I like the 7-8 suited though in the big blind.
I do.
I wonder
A
how
little tougher
often.
to defend that stack, but
I wonder how often though she knows he's trying to push her, and I'm not going to be pushed around.
I can see that.
And I don't know their dynamic at all if that's something that happens.
Obviously, they're not soft playing each other. 'Cause
No.
Joel makes a raise, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Yep, let's
She
go
snaps
to a
him off
foul."
with 8 high, and like, yeah, let's go. But I do like the 7-8 suited.
You're well out
Position.
of Joel's raising card range.
Yeah,
so you're not.
you've got live cards
You're
for
not
sure.
sharing,
Yep.
and you're suited, and you're connected. Oh, here we go. Jerome with 9s, ace with 7s. Jacob
Nathan with ace 10.
Ace queen. Ace 10. Nathan.
There's a big pop going.
Nathan's down to 24-3. I can see him ripping in here. Although ace queen's gonna act in front of him.
4
Let's
calls.
see if we can jam. Jay with ace 3 suited.
5 folds. 7 folds. 8 folds.
Here's the deal, Nathan. He's just gonna make a call.
9
Good
calls.
news is he's not going to get trapped by flopping an ace. A lot of them got folded, so shouldn't. Ace just lays down 7s pre-flop here.
Yeah, to call and a raise and a call. Oh, wow. I was going to say I predict Jerome wins his hand, but
I like his chances.
9 checks. 10 checks.
yeah, Jerome can't check
4
fast
checks.
enough. Oh, no, why would I ever?
Quad, quad, no.
Why would I ever bet in this spot?
9 checks. 10 checks. 4 checks.
No one can find
9
anything.
checks.
You got to, I think a turn bet just in case somebody has a draw to, he's hoping somebody has a 7.
8-7, something.
Maybe I can bet 6,500, 2,500 chip
Or just
pot.
go real small, and maybe it looks super weak, and
Like,
someone tries to make
can I
a
just
play.
blow somebody off?
Yeah.
And it might work. Jacob's thinking in Nathan. He's good. I got ace high.
Alright, your spot, kid. We don't need to be a hero here.
Ace high. I'm gonna hero this guy with ace high and look like a genius on the street.
Don't look at those chips. No, those are. If you put them in the pot, they're no.
I've got quads.
Said ace high. I think we could read some lips on that.
I think he said nice answer.
I think he did too. And Nathan is he's exhausted right now. He hasn't had a
Hurry up, guys,
good
get
run
something,
the last
get
30
something.
minutes. You can just see
Hurry
on his
up,
face.
somebody
It's
get that straight.
And we've all been there where you just nothing. You can't get anything to go right for you.
Yeah.
And you can just see it on his body language. He's just like, what happened? I feel like a truck hit me like 5 times and then backed up.
It's just,
Yeah, it's terrible.
and that welcome to poker.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, he's not alone. He's not alone in that.
Sometimes you zig when you should zag.
That's true. Oh wow, and that knocks Nathan down to 12-3. So that was about, what do you call there on the river? 6, 7, 8,000.
shirt, Jerome.
One full, two full.
Mark with threes.
3 bets, 4,800.
Threes, unopened pot, 40K stack. So put a raise in.
5 fold,
Jay's
7
in the fold,
fold,
Joe's
8
in the
fold,
fold.
9 fold.
I assume Nathan, yeah, Nathan
10
wants
fold.
5 deuce. And then Joe get folds. Mark picks up nines.
Josh, your big blind.
Check with fours. It's about the only hand Queen Jack loves.
Somebody's getting stacked.
Trying to pick those up. 2 fold. 3 bets, 4,800.
Mark feels like he has some momentum. He tries to take advantage of it. Opens with the Queen 10 of Hearts. And the pocket pair folds. So the rest of the
8 fold, 9
rest of the field
fold.
should be easy to get through. Right?
Yeah, I think the table is respecting Mark more than they should.
Yeah, as you say that,
I got chance.
Jerome calls him Queen Jack of clubs.
Queen Jack's a legit.
It is. It is.
But
This is a pot where you're now taking the lead. So if the flop comes dry, which it didn't.
oh my goodness, and Jerome just throws out a bet with top pair. Mark.
Yeah, I was about to say if the flop's all blanks, Mark picked up the pot because he took the lead pre-flop. Well, also if you outflop your opponent, that's also an easy way to
If
pick
you
up
hit
the pot
your
too.
3-outer, he's wondering, I've got him on the hook, what do I do?
Yeah, Jerome leads for 5. What are you thinking here? My stack's 40, his stack's
Does he have
61.
a flush draw? I mean, that's the first thing I think. Is he blocker betting with a flush draw? Let me just call right now, hoping diamond doesn't peel.
Or if you think he's on the flush draw, do you charge him? Do you charge him for it? Make him pay the rent
He
to see it.
does. He does 17,000. Now Jerome has the exact hand that I'm afraid of ace, king, and ace, queen. I'm not afraid of queen 10.
It looks like he can't fold here, but if you look at the situation, you know you have to spend another
The next bet's
23.5.
23.
That's the only
The
bet.
turn bet's 23.
It's the only bet left. So if you don't love calling 12-4, you're really not going to like the 23.5 unless something changes for you.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to think.
And what do you want to see? Because you need exactly a jack if you're up against ace, ace, king, or king, ace, king, and ace, queen. You need exactly a jack. Theoretically 3 outs, but we know there's only one. Jack of diamonds on the turn
I thought it was.
is the only thing that's going to happen.
Actually, I'm gonna let this out now.
Yeah, that 23.5 is going in.
He has to make change. There was 17-4, he threw out 20K, and he had to make change.
What does John have in store for us?
Jack of diamonds. Ooh, ace of diamonds.
Oh, let's see. Should I bluff? Should I bet? Should I fold? I'll just check.
Got it, the other guy can
Did he call you with a flush draw? And now he hit it.
Yeah.
He was going to rip
Reopen
23K.
it.
but other
How
time.
much is it?
He ripped it anyway.
You don't have no chips. You're having those thoughts, but you have no chips. And right about now, you know you're good. As long as it took him that
I'm
long.
gonna fold.
Fold.
I screwed up on that.
See, Eric, and that's what I think you can't do.
Right. You can't put in 20K and then fold to the next 20.
You have to have the foresight to see that. If I call this 12-5, it's going in. It's going in. So it looks like a big fold, but I think you can get there.
Yeah. I think you fold on the flop. You raise pre-flop. Unless you've got some history with Mark and you think he's getting out of line.
How far the line can you get with a 23, 20,
Yeah,
30K?
well, that's-
I mean, if Mark has 100 and some thousand chips, then there's a chance he's just out of line. You can just play back at him.
That would be
I think he's solidly taking the orange chip lead.
Yeah.
He's got that going.
5
We
fold,
got Joel.
7 fold, 8 fold, 9 fold,
10, gone.
10 fold,
Mark gonna pick up a walk in the big with
1 fold.
there's some really good.
He's like, all right, and then show a queen. Go, yeah, I had it.
Yeah.
I had it. Good fold. I had it.
How'd you guys know? Pretty quick action on the big hand.
Just looked frustrated. Like, oh man, everybody folded. Showed the.
Little hiccup.
Did I bust ace on my hand? Five fold, 7 fold, 8 fold, 9 fold. Ten bets, 4,000. 1 fold.
So, Rick, where's your head at? Your mark, you came to the table as the short stack. You managed to run it up to about 72K. Are we taking a breath, or are we
Well,
4 calls.
we keeping the
he's
gas pedal
playing
down?
well, but the cards are running in his favor. So ride it for a while, especially if it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, the
Small ball, keep going.
table hasn't exactly played back at him.
Right. Jerome made a pretty big fold with top pair. I don't think the ace changes anything. He's not calling 23K after that. It's not like he called and then, oh, dang it, that ace killed me. So I think regardless of what the card was. Now, the only other play was the ace of diamonds who brought the flush in. If he rips in 20K before Mark can get a shot at it, like the diamond comes, I'm all in. Now does Mark call off his last 23K?
Probably.
With 2 pair, yeah. I mean, there's 70 out there now.
Listen, he's not trying to put 23K in a bag, so he's just gonna
He's
gonna rip it in there, knowing that sometimes he's just in really bad shape.
And Miss Deals over here, I think.
Terrible.
10 calls.
Jerome finds a call with the Jack Knight suited.
Let's go.
3 calls. 4 folds.
Not that I agree with that. Mark making a bunch.
Molesting me.
5 check.
Although, like you said, the table's been passive, so maybe you're just calling because you have position. You don't even care what your cards are.
Well, he's in trouble now because they both flopped the jack. He's got the gutter to a 4, but he's not going to be able to see.
Yeah, I think the plan was to
10 calls.
see if
The
they
plan was
passive
check,
enough.
check, bet. They fold. He picks up the pot.
Yeah, you're not even playing your 2 cards at that spot. You're just.
I would have liked to raise.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to exploit, maybe go that way.
Min click it and make the blinds fold instead of just
Check.
Now he's pissed because he made a pair. Ah, dang it.
10 bets 11.
Wait until that 4 comes in and then really upset.
5 folds.
Gets away from the jack no kicker. The jack no kicker situation.
So what do we have? 38 minutes left to bag. Finish this level, play one more. Nathan's got 12K.
He's looking to spin something up, get back to previous highs. Yeah, 23. Nikki's at 24.9. I don't feel like she's in the press super hard. I feel like she's pretty patient, so she's gonna wait to try to find something and maybe get a big double up.
9 folds.
10 fold.
And there's Joel.
11 fold.
Ace face.
3 bets 4,800.
Not a big blind. Mark with the Jack 10, which is better than Jack 9 we learned earlier.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he's trying to. He might think these. Some people are overfolding. He's trying to exploit that. It's not gonna work.
I think they are, and he recognizes that, but it's not going to work here.
Yeah,
At the same time, he thinks he can bully Joel.
yeah, at face value. I
7
think
raises.
Was that a 3-bet?
I hope so.
12,000.
That's the right.
It is. 3-bet to 12. Now he pushed him off the last hand, so Joel's like, let's go. Bring it to me, man.
Yeah, I think they go in the muck.
I think they do.
Interesting though. Have we seen any 4 bets today? Not many.
No, not even when Ace had the aces. Speaking of Ace, is he gone? He is gone. What happened? Did they move him?
Be interesting though.
So they must have moved him because he didn't bust.
Yeah, Mark finds
They must have had to balance.
Joel feels like his hamstrings.
Yo, for sure, for sure.
Good news, people. Ace is alive and well.
Yes.
Just at a different table.
Okay, so they had to balance and we missed it.
Yep. Snuck out. That's a couple of like Ace. Wait a minute, we love this things.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I'm like, well, when Ace, wait, where is Ace?
10 folds.
I wonder when they took him.
1 fold. 3 folds. 4 folds.
Where's the button now? The button's in the 5-6.
J.
So it would have been
Fold.
1, 2, 3,
7 folds.
6 hands ago they would have taken him.
We botched that.
8 shot.
Whoops. Yeah, we're paying attention.
There we are.
Definitely getting our money's worth.
7 checks.
Yes,
8
sir.
checks.
1 second, let me click this mic.
7 checks. 8 bets. 5,400. 7 folds.
Probably not a good one. Probably not a good one. You could have easily had that for. Yeah, you were hitting them there. I know, and I'm not crap. I'm so quiet over there.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that.
Trouble tens.
10 bets. 7,000.
King Jack
1
Ace.
fold.
Josh with trays.
3 folds.
If I can get in cheap, and he can't,
4
Jerome hit
folds.
7.
And he's not going to have to.
5 folds. 7
Yeah, if
folds.
I could have got
8
in there
folds,
for
9 folds.
4K, I might try it, but not for 7.
Hello.
2-2 for 3.5 more minutes.
Get a couple more hands in, and then blinds go up. And what is neat, if you bag tonight, they're going to roll back to 1-2-2 tomorrow at noon.
I like that idea.
You know, just to give them some more play.
And the thing is, you can run these tournaments and you give everyone extra chips and you can do 40-minute blinds. It just doesn't matter because the beginning of the tournament's going to play out the way it's going to be. And then when it really matters, that's when everyone gets short. So the idea is, let's get to the part that matters, and then let's add the play. And I think it's a great idea.
1 bet.
Mark with fours.
What I do with my tournaments is do 20-minute levels until registration ends, then go to 30.
5
Some
folds.
concepts
7
in
folds. 8 folds.
Let's just
9 folds.
Josh, there is the 8. Mark just open folds fours.
Eight's too much. Yeah.
You just got not getting the right price too.
Yep. I'm calling 4,500.
Min plus interest.
So yeah, so I save 100 minutes off my tournament by making it 20-minute levels until level 10 when registration closes, and then make it 30-minute levels when it gets important. Save almost 2 hours.
Yep, mind that. And the time you're saving is less valuable.
It's the unimportant time. So I started registrations open until 4:20, and then we lengthen the level so we can start playing.
4-fold, 5-fold, 7-fold, 8-fold.
10.
$9.
Gets it in. Nathan.
7.3.
10-fold.
It will work. I don't think Ace Deuce is going to get too sticky in the big blind.
118,000. I won't even feel the 7.3.
5K actually.
Yeah, and you're already.
I forgot he's already getting the discount. He's like, how much is it? 7? I call 5K.
Find a call.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was 5K.
The combo of the rebate and the fact I have 118K. I'm not trying to spew off any of my 118K, but
for 5K, I'm gonna and he's got 4 in because of the 2 and the 2, and some people think like that.
yeah, he's not supposed to, but some people do. Once you put that
It's gone.
that
The
ante in,
ante's gone.
It's no
it's
longer
gone.
your chips.
Yeah, but a lot of people go, I just put in 4. I got to call 5 now.
It's true, you did put in 4, but they're not yours. You don't own them anymore.
I think he finds a call,
Yeah, I think it's the right.
and I think a 10 hits.
Going with the 10.
I'm on Nathan's side.
Yeah, well, I want to see. Yeah, I would like to see Nathan double up here. His journey's not over.
Let's go.
Double. Nope.
Spin it up.
Threw chips in the pot and then back out. And then come back in.
He's like, oh wait, you needed exact math? Let me give you exact math.
Yeah, I can get there.
All right, there it is. All right.
Yeah.
I don't like. He doesn't like the King 10 now.
No.
Let's go. Show everybody. Show.
They're not going to change.
All right, main tournament.
Yeah,
Blinds are
standoff?
up 1,200, 2,400, 2,400 big blind ante. Last 30 minutes of the day.
Queen 10.
24, 24.
Did anybody call for a 10?
Oh,
Jacker at 10 one time.
Backdoor that one, huh?
No, you pulled it off too quick.
That was a roller coaster.
What was it?
That was a roller coaster.
It wasn't a Jacker at 10. It was a
10.
10. It was a 10.
That was nuts.
I called for the 10 and I got 2 of them.
Of course.
My man. My man.
We're back.
Roller coaster.
We're back.
Told you I want the 10.
Just like that.
Let's go, Nate.
That's not updated. Oh, it might be updated. It was a double up to 17.6.
Yeah.
He was that short, okay?
Yep. He had 8.
All we need is 2 more.
Let's go.
2 more and put them in a bag.
We got another half hour. We can do that.
Why not? See why not?
Yeah,
I thought I was.
you look done as toast, man.
Jesus, you weren't kidding about the 10s, huh?
10.
Man, alive.
I got a good read on the deck.
You have been on fire all day. I have to give you credit.
I like the 6-7 suited. Oh, he flops a flush.
Like what? Mark Jacob King Queen, 2 King Queens.
4-4.
Anyone going to challenge the King Queen for 2-4? JF 45K, Joe 90.
Come in for a raise. Make it
We lost.
6K. Under the gun must have folded. Just open fold. Is that Jacob? Make it 6.
Weird stack, another gun 51K. I made it.
And everybody behind you. 4
7, 8, 9, 10, fold.
I'd like a little bit more, but it's going to still work.
Where is it?
Mark, we forgot about
Sticky.
Mark.
We found him.
We forgot Mark was here
2 players.
with an 8-9.
Now I claimed earlier he was just playing position, but now he's in the big blind, so I don't I don't know if I can make that same claim.
3 check.
Check. Continue. Oh. Wow, look at all the 8s and 9s and 10s that were folded.
6-5.
Yeah. I was missing somebody else. 4% with 7 outs.
He's gonna let it go.
3 folds.
He was like, never mind. If I thought I could get away with it, but I don't think I can. We are in the final level. 27 minutes left in the 12-24 round. Josh Hagen way up at the top with 111. Most of it from the full house versus flush.
Brutal hand for
Lots of queens out there. Fives. Fives are dead.
5 folds. 7 raises.
First to be aggressive type of situation.
Joel's gonna come in for 6K. Nope, 5-5.
9, 10 folds. 1 fold.
Is it 7 or 8 left?
7 back. 3 folds. 4 folds.
It's gonna work. Yep. Joel's image helps him there.
Yeah, I kind of like the raise there.
I didn't expect him with a queen 10 there if I'm playing.
No, you expect him to show up with something even stronger than that, so it's a good bet.
Yeah, me and my wife played sit and go. It was down to 3 of us. We had to take 1 person out, but 2 went on. I raised, my wife re-raises me. It's like, honey, what? Be smart and fold. She had me all in. It's like, what
7
are
folds.
you doing?
8
I didn't
folds.
want him to call.
9 folds.
Thanks, love.
10 folds. 1 fold.
On this hand. Deuce, Jack 9.
Yeah.
The button
It's
and
like
the razor.
a triple king. It's a fold.
3 bets.
So she was the last
5,400.
300?
4 folds.
It's
5
fold
folds.
on the Jade. $25 minutes left. Blinds 12, 24, 24.
Eight folds. 9 folds. 10 folds.
We'll get some chips in this pot. Joel cards. Joel wakes up with ace jack. Marks in that pocket.
1 fold.
Jacob with king 10.
3 bets. 5,600. 4 calls. 5,600.
Hey, Heidi, there's children
5
over
folds.
here. Heidi, there's children over here, okay?
Ace jack. Assuming he continues with this hand. Question is, does he find the 3 bet here?
Seven calls.
He does. So a 3-way. Off to a flop. Queen, 5, 7. So Mark's flopping top set here.
3 checks.
Oh, I apologize for using
4
the
checks.
So it's probably going to be a check. Mark decides to take the slow road. No, that's a terrible turn for Joel. He thinks he just hit something, but he didn't have. Interesting hand. Mark makes the raise here, and Jake calls the race with King 10. He's been super inactive. He's in the
Yeah,
cutoff,
yeah.
but he looked him up pre-flop with King 10.
He's got a 4% pre-flop raising.
Yeah, he doesn't find anything there, and then
With the history between Joel and Mark, Joel is going to lose about 55,000 more chips.
I said the same thing. I thought it could even happen pre-flop after Mark had raised and Joel had kind of got in the tank, and he was definitely thinking some of that dynamic played into it. But he ends up just making the call, which is good. And then Mark just does the check on the flop. Like, oh, I guess we all missed. Well,
Never mind.
and then the worst card in the deck spins off for Joel.
He didn't even know who he was. I raised him. We all in. 7 raised.
He even flipped him up like he was happy with his hand, as he should be.
Yeah, I got ace jack. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, this game. So speaking of this game being horrible, our good friend, who we thought was a recreational player,
Yes.
I stopped at his table and I said, "Hey, how long have you been playing?" He goes, "Quite a long time." And I said, "Really? Like bigger tournaments like this?" And he goes, "I like to keep him guessing." So I don't know if he's bluffing me or what he was saying. But during that hand, he has ace queen against ace king, hits his queen, and doubles up. He's up about
I'm the voice of
50.
reason.
It's funny because he left and it's like, man, we should really get an update on Chad, our guy with the our 123K stack. Maybe he plays a lot of poker, but maybe not tournaments, and that's the big blind Andy
There's a mood swing.
thing. Or what's this big blind Andy thing all
You're
about?
supposed to misplay.
And then we pull up an Hendy mob, and he's got
I'm gonna hand mob him right now.
Yeah, I'm so flustered.
there's a train full.
I'm actually, I was grabbing my phone as you said that because I'm gonna find out what this guy's all about.
Wow, that's a mood swing.
Yeah, so this table has become the story, the tale of two people, two different stories. As Mark comes in as a short stack and spins up a stack, and to date, Nathan's kind of suffered the opposite.
Right.
But still got some chips, still got some time. Maybe we'll spin it back up.
9 full, 10 full.
That's a brutal hand. That knocks Joel down to 41.5K. And you were there this entire 2 levels, just floating around that 100K, playing solid poker.
Mark has over 100,000 in
3 bets,
earnings.
5,700.
Yes, his big cash
Best
was,
live cash was 74,000.
yep, that was down in Deadwood. Wild.
Okay.
5 full.
Okay. So
7
That
full.
was
8 full.
HPT, I believe, back in the day.
if it was a while ago, it would have been HPT.
I want to say 04?
Scroll all the way back.
There it is.
09.
09.
First place in 09. Okay, so he's
HPT, yeah.
never mind then. He's not the no, and he's been playing. He cashed in Sioux Falls in January. Like,
Yep, I was down there. We were all down there together for
yeah, and he cashed there, and they did Big Blind Nanny. So I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, no, we're looking at Mark. We're not talking about Mark.
Oh, who are we talking about?
One full.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Jack, not
For
Jack.
that, that's what Mark was dreaming.
All right, what was his
We
name?
just went and talked to him.
Yeah. I grabbed the wrong person.
He's like, how do we get on Mark? I thought you were just looking it up for fun.
No. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's a player. We were talking about Chad Manning.
Chad. Yes.
Chad. Let me go look up Chad. So Mark has 110,000, and his biggest one was 75K back at. So that makes total sense. But let's look up Chad Manning. Right.
That's
No matches found. That makes way more sense. So him telling me he's been playing for a long time.
Telling you, my guess is he's a cash game player.
Yes. Yeah.
And he just crossed over into tournaments
Right,
recently, and
right.
that's why the big blind caught him off guard.
Yeah.
The big blind.
Which is fine. I mean, there's like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. He was just making moves that
The
We're
signals were
unorthodox.
crossed. Yeah. But then all of a sudden he was doing some other stuff. You're like, okay, a new guy's not doing
wow,
that.
that's super advanced.
Yeah.
I mean, not even super advanced, but it's like
Beyond basic.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not your standard. Yeah. Look at all those outs. A lot of them are chop outs, obviously.
God, again with the 25 outs.
25 outs. Most of them are chop outs. But it's going to work because Mark's going to fire and Nathan's going to fold.
Mark's going to fire now because, well, he ran a stack of 123,000. So I have a feeling the table is going to be under some pressure for the remainder of the 17 and a half minutes.
Nathan's, we need to double up from Nathan.
Yeah, we need to get Nathan back in operating range. Yeah, he just lost about 8K off his 17 piece.
Everything is right in the world with Mark right now.
Yeah.
Everything is going his way.
Yeah, the cards are just cooperating, and I think they've got a pretty good feel for the table. Yeah, the cards are just.
Yeah.
Some days.
Queen 10 against Queen Jack. He flops 2 pair. Queens against Ace Jack. Flops a queen when the ace comes on the turn. He gets all of those chips.
He was calling.
Jerome did get away from it.
Yeah, Jerome did. That's he paid a premium to get away from it.
All right, Nathan. Queen Jack, small blind. He got 8.3K. You're kind of playing almost any hand, right? What do we got?
Yeah. You're getting it in now.
We have no options.
Yeah, for sure he's getting it in.
We don't love it because
Jacob
ace
makes
queen.
a 2.4. Oh, he put them all in.
Okay.
So do you call off with Queen Jack? Not anymore.
I mean, I think I saw it.
You've got
If you're in the big, you might have to small.
yeah,
You've
small
already
blind.
paid
No,
it.
because now he's got
The
the next
button's
6
coming.
hands for free.
The button's coming.
Yeah.
I don't
Now
know.
I fold.
Even,
I'm not
with
gonna,
8.3K,
well,
I would
okay.
still like to be the guy that opens.
Yeah, he calls off. I fold in that spot that he's going to call off.
I
on
don't
Queen
think
Jack.
it's.
I don't hate it,
I don't-
but
I don't think it's.
he could have had the next 6 hands for free.
Yeah.
Now he's got 3 outs.
I think you're right.
Are you gonna call it?
2 players.
I like Jake's.
You don't
I
feel
like
it?
Jacob's
You
side.
don't feel the jack this
I
time?
don't feel the jack this time. There's the ace.
Oh, there. Oh, wait a minute. Now he ripped it in.
Well, what happened was he called,
Leftovers?
and then that's all he had left.
Okay.
Okay, I'm drawing. I'm running.
Bing.
He made a pair. He made a pair.
Yeah, he did make a pair.
We lost Nate.
Lose
Our horse.
lose Nate. He had the bad side of the deck.
Yeah, it was. He had a bad run of cards there. Some spots that we agree we might have played differently, which doesn't mean it's the right way.
No,
But
yeah.
then,
And it was right after the tilt. We can explain it away. It was right after he got the flush against the boat, and then he went on tilt for a little bit and dumped off some chips trying to get it back.
And that's the kickers, man. You get a little tilty, and sometimes you can just catch a hand right after that. And you pick up a little small to medium pot, and like, okay, I'm back. But if you don't, it's just like it's a spiral, And like Heidi said, if he's asking the questions and studying the game and going through those hands like that, he's gonna get there. And the emotional piece is just something you have to live through enough times and get that leather skin built up, so it doesn't get to as much.
Other than that, felt good.
Well, so you're not jaded. You're just like, yeah.
It happens, right? It's poker. Soon you can repeat it to yourself. It's poker. It's poker.
8 folds, 10 folds.
So what's the Nikki situation here? For Nikki, what's our goal? Are we?
I think Nikki blinds her way to a bag.
She wants to put some in the bag because it's probably a goal.
I mean, he was 75.
Make day 2.
He was a young man.
Come back tomorrow.
He was very active, still.
Which
fight.
isn't the worst. It's an
Oh, and
experience.
then Josh just flops the nuts. Flops Joel dead.
Meanwhile, her husband,
Yeah.
her husband gets cold deck in the first place, and then
7 bets.
Tries to make a move.
8,100.
yeah,
Think about maybe, do I have a decision? I guess I'll call.
maybe I could fool.
Look at your cards again.
Yeah, are they
and
still?
then call.
Do I still have the nuts? I did. Okay, good.
And then he called her
Is
Sunday.
the ace high flush?
Yeah,
Yes, I
four
call.
steps.
And Joel's just gonna.
Yeah, now we're done.
And the nurse was trying
No,
to help him.
Oh, unless a 10 comes out. Check again.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, Joel. Joel, your deck has just not been kind to you, my friend.
So he thinks, yes, I got him. I got him. Oh, I bluffed
You're
it,
like,
and then I got there.
You're like, I tried to make a play, and then the deck bailed me out, and it didn't.
7 bets all in.
I'm all in.
And if nothing else, I do have a 5.
Yeah.
One call.
I call. Oh my god. He's like, are you kidding me? This is no.
That's Joel in a nutshell, though. Look at his face.
Smiles.
He just smiles. I mean, does he look upset? No, he's like,
Yeah, he's like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's Joel. He's a good guy. I like Joel a lot. But yeah, he just. It was tough because just that dynamic between him and Mark, because they had played some pots together. He's just not getting away with it on the turn once he turns that ace. And again, he's like, oh, turned my card.
Whee!
I got him.
Josh is just all smiles.
Yeah,
He's like, yes.
Like, yeah, that all happened. That all happened.
Check call, check call.
Got some chips at this table. Josh with 153, 152, Mark with 140.
But it's real bitch.
We're gonna play a big pot and some better.
Christmas card.
Wow.
If that happens, and one of them go broke, I'm gonna catch some hell now, right? Because I put it out there in the universe.
I see it suicide.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, what do we got? So the 65K stack's pretty happy bagging that up. Same with the 54 and probably the 48. I mean, they'd like to move up, but they're not gonna.
They're not gonna force it. They're just gonna let it happen if it happens. Otherwise, they're just gonna kind of, take it easy.
Yeah, Nikki's the real stack here. That if one of them is to force the issue a little bit, it should be her.
One fold.
So we'll see. Maybe she just catches some cards and.
I haven't seen her play a lot, but my read is she's not one to force it.
Well, and some of the numbers are kind of backing that idea up, right?
Yeah, 10% VPIP. Wow, 10%.
Yeah.
That's low. 7% pre-flop raising.
I don't think Jay hasn't played a hand in a while. He's got 12% VPIP. I mean, there's aggression level 11.
And here's our VPIP. So once around the block, she's calling.
Yep.
So she's not one to force
through
it.
the session. Yeah, she's been playing pretty slow. You can make whatever assumptions you want, but the numbers will at least tell you a little bit of the story, right?
5 folded.
So Jay was 7s. Jay gonna look to chip up here a little bit. There she is, Nikki all in. Just as we said, she's not gonna force it, but she does pick up ace 9 and rips it in. Good for her. I don't think either of us would have liked to see her fold ace 9 there with.
No.
We want to see her.
10 fold.
And this is a value bet.
4 fold.
Okay, 25-9.
Pick up 6K right there.
Yep, pick up 6K. Now we just need to. I think she's gonna pick up jacks. We got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Nikki picks up jacks.
She goes from
Put that out in the
7 blinds to
universe.
10 blinds.
We can't get that done.
I like it. And they hold.
Well, yeah. I'm not trying to get her to pick up jacks.
And then get crushed. And get her soul crushed
this
last
seems-
hand of the
seems
night.
super mean. That's like the worst big pair. Like jacks are just. There's just no good way to play the damn things.
10 bets, 6,000. How much? 6,000.
So wasn't this hand?
That's one
No,
fold.
she had ace 4 and fold.
Ace 4, okay.
So ace 9, shove, ace 4, fold. Big right both times because Jerome would have picked her off with ace jack.
Yep, no
3
scratch.
calls.
Bad idea.
4 folds.
Just gonna try to outplay everything.
Kind of feels like that, doesn't it?
Like he's. I think he feels like he's got control of his table and he can call
Yeah.
and play post flop.
No, it's your
He's not
turn.
doing a lot of.
And he
Wow! Just flop the gut shot state flush draw.
Let's get 3 checks.
Sometimes you know. Check though, no bet.
Diamond, 10, ace of diamonds.
That was a diamond.
Oh, just a straight flush? That's all.
Who runs better?
5,000.
Nobody. No one in the universe.
10 folds.
You gotta show the straight flush,
I
right?
bet you he doesn't.
Nice.
Ah, you proved me wrong, Mark. You
Boom.
dirty.
Nice hand.
You not have kings there one time. One time.
From the small stack to spin it up.
Yeah, there.
150K.
Get stupid.
Josh and Mark both running pure at this table.
Yes, they've had some good fortune.
That's great.
And like we said, Nathan just suffered the exact opposite. The exact opposite. Nikki 21-1. She is our, must be our big blind this
That's
year.
I'm just looking for what Nikki has. Ace Queen. It's all in.
Yeah, and it's the big
The
blind.
big blind. Somebody's going
Do it.
to open.
Dare you,
and
Josh.
Gonna shove.
Push her around, Josh.
Yep, let's
Get some
go.
chip. He can afford to lose 20K.
Yeah.
Still bags 100.
Let's go.
We talked him into it.
7, 8 is
Is it a raise? Is it a raise?
You got the King 8. Yep.
One call.
Mark
3
snaps
folds.
them. Get out of here.
Oh, one calls.
Just a call. Thought Josh might put him in a raise there.
8-7 is gonna call for the plus.
All right, now she's getting some extra chips.
Yeah.
Jay, you might as well come along. Everyone else is playing.
Let's go
I mean,
small blind. You
how
gotta
bad
call.
is 7-5?
I call with 5-7.
Or put some pressure on him.
Yeah. Rip it in.
8 on.
Atta girl. Yes. What?
Josh is thinking about it. He's like, wait, what?
That just happened?
What?
He's sitting there going,
She has an
her
11
her
VPIP.
VPIP's 9. 9 or 11. Like,
Yeah. Her
What's
PFR
going
is
on?
9. How is she calling? Watch this increase. Now she's up to 13% VPIP and 11% PFR.
look at Jacob at 5. Flop raise.
Not doing much, Jacob. He's doing a lot of
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah, and he's just,
He's not even doing a lot of calling.
No, he hasn't been in many pots. The only pot that I even remember being was what you walked in. He had King 10. I'm like,
So we
Little
played
out of character.
60 hands. His VPIP is 20. That means he's played 6 hands. No, 12 hands. 12 hands, and he's raised once.
it's
No.
not. It's not.
3 bets.
5% of 60
4 folds.
is
3.
3. Yeah, he's raised 3 times.
3 times.
5
He's
folds.
played.
Yeah, and his win percentage reflects
He's
it, right?
played
Just
10
hasn't-
hands and he's raised
Minus
3.
70.
8 calls. 10 folds.
Didn't do
Just
much.
getting
Players.
And Nikki up to 26-6. Told you, one more double. Where's them jacks at? We still got time. Well, she's in the hands.
best hand, but Mark's gonna take it away from her.
3 checks.
He's like, can I
Oh,
steal this
a
one?
check.
Get a little delayed
Check.
C-bet.
3 checks.
Oh, I
wanted her to bet that.
I thought she was grabbing
But
chips.
you know
We
what?
got 7,800.
She got a plan? Yeah.
8
Oh,
folds.
no, not at all.
I don't think so.
It was that
Yeah.
Queen of Clubs. Wow, that's so close to my Jack King of Clubs.
Yeah, I think she had him in the muck before Mark got the bet.
Yeah, I thought
She-
that grab towards the chip would slow Mark down if he saw that.
Yeah, maybe a visual tell. They're like, oh, I think she does
she's got
wanna-
something.
Yeah, let's,
I'm not gonna make a mistake now.
let's tap the brakes.
But
Oh, I thought she was gonna throw a bet in there, and it works.
it would have worked for sure.
He's folded before the chips touch the
Yeah.
fell.
Like nope. I was just kidding with that raise.
Jerome 59K with Ace 9. Mark King Queen of Clubs. Not
Three
much
bets,
else.
56.
Well, Jack 10 of
Jack
clubs.
10 of clubs.
Well, at least he's not gonna make the Royal.
Nope.
Not this time. Mark's gonna
5
open.
folds.
Jerome, just get out of the way in this spot.
Yeah. If there's
Small
a raise.
blind. You're getting a little bit of a rebate out of the small
Ten
blind. But I think
folds.
you just get out of the way with Ace 9. It's, the hand's in such bad shape in so many spots.
You're out of position.
Here's our 300K
Here it
stack.
is. Here it is. We
just
get
found
three
it.
we get 3
Club,
clubs on the
club,
flop.
club.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he's gonna call. Don't tell me I predicted this nonsense.
Oh no.
Or at least 2 clubs.
Yeah.
Let's get a
something. Queen Jack 10.
What do you think? See any clubs? Oh, they're black.
2 clubs and a queen. This is gonna be dramatic.
Oh, I told you. And Jack 10, so you got a inside, you got a gutter ball there to make it straight too.
Niner.
So you got too many outs.
7800 is gonna get called. That's a half a pot.
Oh yeah, Josh doesn't have.
He's like, yep.
He does not have any fold 'em eyes on, does he? And he's got so many chips. I mean, I don't mind. This is a good call here.
For
And
sure.
Turns out you're just in really
Yeah,
bad
you just
shape,
crushed.
but
You
don't-
have exactly
you
2
don't know
outs.
that. And Mark's been active.
You need, yeah, for sure. This spot is just
You could
so
even
bad.
defend a raise in that spot. Flush draw on a G ball.
10. Now he's got a pair.
Ooh.
He's like, do I have a pair? I do have a pair. I have a pair, a straight draw, a flush draw.
Take the lead? Oh, no. Small bet. Put a small bet out there, see if we can get a guy to raise us. What do you think?
3 bets, 11,300.
11,300. Third of the pot. Oh, he folds.
All right.
No, I don't fold there.
No. What was the bet?
11-3. Third of the pot. There's 30K in the pot.
No. Mark's normally.
Well,
Mark's
I
gonna
mean,
be welcome
Josh.
to 11,300 of my chips.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I mean, I need a 9 or a 10. I think the club is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Maybe he can see Mark's hand too.
Maybe.
Willing to buy the box?
You were not the boss of me.
Yes.
That was a great fold, Josh. I mean, I don't know if he has some live reads.
Do it.
I can't explain that one.
Button is on Jerome.
Good fold. Good fold, Josh. Gets away from it.
And the graphics are all correct.
Yeah, I'm losing chips in that one. A lot more chips in that.
Unless I find that 10.
The 10 or the 9.
Or the 9. Yep. I have outs.
4
Or the G.
raises.
Was the 9 the G ball? Or the Jack?
5,600.
Or the Jack?
5,600.
Jack 10. So
Fold.
my Jack's
Jack 10 or 9.
Yeah. And we think we have all the
Players,
clubs.
we have
Yeah,
a
and-
minute, a little over a minute
It's
left
not
here.
like you had 5-4 clubs. You're not sure if your clubs are good. I mean,
We
your
are
clubs
going
good.
to color up your
Flush.
black chips before we bet you and count you. So,
3 fold.
the big stack at each table can buy up the
2 hands
blacks
ago. So bad.
before we come around.
Have a
That would
buzzer
be
you can,
very
like,
helpful.
zap.
Go back.
Zap John.
There's a flush.
There it is.
Now Jerome has top pair, top kicker, flush draw.
Club.
Jacob's gonna lead
4
out.
bets, 8,000.
He raised pre-flop. Jerome's got all of this. Just
And are
call.
we
goes
stone
all
cold
in.
last
Oh, all
hand?
in. No, you just snapped it out of his mouth. You had him on the hook and you just lost him.
4 fold.
Yeah, Jacob hasn't played any hands.
And
And he gets away from it.
he had the heart there.
Yeah.
Like he raised pre-flop. Represents the exact hand Jerome has.
Yeah.
And
It's the old represent what they got.
we're done.
No, we got one hand
One-
left.
one
in
hand
us.
left, yeah.
We got one hand left in us.
I thought we had like 10 minutes and we've got 10 seconds.
Nope, it's gonna wrap up.
All right.
It's gonna wrap up. Good day, fun day. Probably
was-
the most puzzling hand might be the one that we just saw.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Josh? I mean, good fold. I'm losing 11-3.
Last hand.
All right, finish the hand you're on. We're going to color up your blacks, and we are done for the day.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your stack. Well, maybe you don't lose your stack when the club comes. You lose a chunk.
I lose a bunch.
Because Mark probably. Well, no, you probably lead. Mark raises. Maybe you put a 3-bet in on the river.
Maybe I just call if I get some
You have to
spices.
call. Otherwise, if you
but I've
3-bet,
never
you have so
folded
many chips in the pot at that point that you make a case that you're like, if you got it, good for you. If you got it, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, even if you put Mark on a set, you've got the flush draw, you've got the straight draw.
The only hand you're scared of
3 bets,
is
5,600.
queen clubs.
Yeah.
4 fold. Now you're 400 bucks. Or no.
There it is. That's a wrap.
Such a confusion.
It's not you.
That's a wrap.
It was like 5 minutes.
So to answer the question, Nikki put them in the bag.
26-6.
6-6 and
All right, I want to go find out what our friend Chad has.
Oh, we do need to do that, don't we?
All right, it was a great weekend. We'll see you guys all tomorrow at noon.
One time you didn't fuck me while you're dealing.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I wasn't either.
Hands and all that fun stuff.
You'll see in 15 minutes, but that was a remarkable fold. How did you do that?
Joel, did you
Jack 10.
Oh.